it and go. Kick it and go. You slip on, spin move, is on scope. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Oilers and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now Murray off play action. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
After the sack on first down, Murray. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Murray with a third and long. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's taken on the 25. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Murray, back near his goal line. Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 30.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. They would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
25-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Shotgun now from Murray. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get this down to the 10. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
First down, Murray. And take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And
when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
14.
These two teams all tied after one.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied 7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
To Josh Jacobs.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go.
It's a foot race. The 20.
Do what we do. Do what we do.
Score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Raiders 14, Oilers 7. Greg Joseph set to kick off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Complete to number 82.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Oilers.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one. He's got it at the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 51 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker set.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
49-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 2nd and inches, Murray. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And
just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First down, Houston.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Campbell making the catch. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Murray. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they are in the field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And to give this time to the tailback. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Joseph's got it. And that'll bring them back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Mark Andrews, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Running is Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Again, the ball carrier.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ito Smith. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
For the point after.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
One will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now this time Murray to throw it. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. From the gun, Murray being chased out left. Throw left side here complete to Campbell. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy
quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down at the 26, forming a gain of 6.
He was brought down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On second down and 4, Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Joseph is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter play.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. As he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On third down, Murray escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. The run with Jacobs on first down going nowhere as he stopped well behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second and 13. It's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Third and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up at the 39. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it up.
Touchdown, Houston. Marquise Brown, 55 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, And that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To throw on third down, Murray. Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 yards on that play.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. And he's brought down.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, but there's a penalty flag down. They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. From the gun, Murray, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 47. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the turnover, here's Murray. Flush to his right. Oh, intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
26-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And 7 yards to go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on second and long. Murray, and he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, a former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock.
15.
Throwing on third and long. Murray can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And here come the whistles and a timeout. with 7 seconds left. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3.